Prediction ends after pistol. We're going to put that right over there. And, yeah, we're getting right into it. Nouns Esports versus Super Shy. This is Super Shy's map pick. Rush already getting taken down. Peeping. Good answer here. But Super Shy, they're still waterfalling their way out of apartments. 3 versus 3 as Nouns start to rotate on in. And I'll respond to that in a moment, Bonamont. Thank you. I'm going to be going down on the B-bomb site. But, again, Nouns doing a good job of pushing Super Shy back. They get that bomb down at the last possible second. But it's a 2 versus 3 as they try to force their way back onto the site, but they will be rebuffed. Cryptic, good kill onto April, and Yuli, last one standing. Ooh, loses her life as well. Bonamont, thank you for the tier 1 gifted sub to Butt Chugs for Jesus. I'm going to disappear now. We're going to just leave this one. What if I just... That... Where's a good spot for this? We'll put it there. Alright. Nouns Esports now gonna have the nice full buy. Interesting choice by Super Shy. They've decided that even though they got the bomb down, they're not gonna go for the reinvestment here. They're not gonna go for the force. And, I might just get punished for it. Fusion already ripped. Keeping, looking for more underpass. There's April. And this one continuing to go south for Super Shy. Sin does respond with a deagle shot, but that is going to be all that Super Shy are getting here. Alright, changing things on the fly. Alrighty, here we go. So now Super Shy bringing out that full investment. They only managed to take down 1 from the Nouns Esports side, but they'll make their way up mid in a hurry. I like this. I guess Complexity, the strategy of buy the AUG, has started to percolate down because Cryptic has one. Where's Strimmer? Strimmer is caster mode and talking and not showing face. 2 versus 4 now. Super Shy, they've been kind of blown out of the water on this round. But they'll try and make their way to the A-bomb site, which, not the worst thing in the world. Junior heard in CT. Ooh, and Classia spotted as well. The rotation in from Nouns will deny them. Bomb down as well for Super Shy. So it's just going to be on to Yuli. Last player standing. She's got the CLG stickers on the gun. You love to see those, but unfortunately, Junior going to spot the head and remove it. Yeah, again, my thought here is just that I figure, you know, at least somewhat serious presentation of the game. I do want to note that check out how much better the visuals are than some of the previous streams. We figured out some issues with the way that observing was... Onamont, thank you for the tier 1 gifted sub to show us your titty tattoo. Alright, round number 4. This is why I don't normally have alerts on when I'm casting, unless it's not serious. Ah, man. Well, a couple of kills for Peeping to open up the round, and these pistols really finding their way back into it here for Super Shy. Good kill for Cryptic as well, and Junior just going to pull out the USP to clean up. Bonamont, how many has that been this stream? Has that been 6? Eight subs. Well, thank you, Bonamont. Thank you for the 8 subs. April is Bungie, and... Okay. Alright. Yeah, I probably should have set that up. as well. If I get a pause, I can do that. Well, that's a good start here. Yuli just charging into sight. Glacia going to be eating the brunt of that. Nouns, they've got some solid money, but with Super Shy pushing them back so early, we might get an early save here. Yeah, the money on Junior is looking good. The money on Cryptic's looking good. The money on Rush is looking great, but if they start to lose a lot of these rifles, and it can give a big inroad back to Super Shy, but they're not watching their connector. Ooh, but that op might just be enough to discourage peeping here. Ah, he's looking for the AK. Gotcha. Well, Super Shy will claim their first round, and it only took them 5, so I think they can really take that to the bank, that they just kind of walked out on the A bomb site as fast as possible, and Nouns just weren't prepared for it. However, Junior gonna make an impact with the op for the first time in this game. Yuli caught running out mid. So that's gonna suck for Super Shy. They're gonna be stuck with the player disadvantage. Not going for anything too quickly this time. When they were super shy for like 6 hours on HLTV, weren't they supposed to be super shy? That's what the match is under. The match is under super shy. Oh, super spot. Oh, I see. No, I didn't notice that, but now that you've told us, a little bit of extra lore. Glacia, ooh, only able to get to 1, but Peeping will trade the kill right back. So 4 versus 2, Super Shy start to execute out onto the A bomb site, but does feel like Peeping has Fusion dead to rights. And it's just going to be up to April, the last player standing. No bomb now. So has to do this one the hard way, but that's a good start. 1 versus 3, but too many players from Nouns. Too many bullets, too many guns, and not enough HP for April. Will be Nouns closing out a 5th round. The question for Super Shy is, can you make it past Junior's op? Past Junior's op and past Peeping's rifle. Those are kind of the litmus test for, are you going to be able to beat Nouns? If you can keep those 2 players down, then you can do it. But it's not going to be an easy thing to do. And just as I say it, Super Shy trying to make their way out mid, and they already lose 1 to Junior's op. But these pistols are going to do a good job of overwhelming the pressure in mid. Junior only going to get 1 and have to fall back. But now you're getting into Peeping's domain in Cat and in Connector. And they lose 2 to that as well, but they do manage to rip 1 back. 2 versus 4, but that bomb just revealed the Super Shy players are trying to sneak their way up through Connector. And April on low HP, going to be easy food for Glacia. It's just Yuli left standing, but you're not going to make it past Junior, not that way, not without utility. So it is a 6-1 lead by Nouns. Well, man, Complexity's buying AUGs has definitely percolated down. I guess I'm re-equipping the AUG because there's 2 players on Nouns that have AUGs equipped now. However, Glacia, one of the few without the AUG on the server right now. Gonna be the first one to fall, but not before getting himself a kill of his own. Now it's up to Junior's op, but they get in right in time for the timing. He was watching Palace. 3 versus 4 now for Nouns. They get the bomb down. Peeping falls, but Rush gonna crush back for 2. 2 versus 2 on the retake. Super Shy looking at a second round on their T side. They're staying into positions. Julie forced off of Firebox. It's called that because you throw the fire. Ooh, but Sin again. Wait, that's a second dunk for Rush this round of 4K with 2 of them being Kobe's. Okay. Okay, Rush. Call him the Hurt Locker because he's throwing in the bombs. All right, you don't need to be like that. I'm assuming you gambled on this game. We're gonna just do right that. Look, I left follower only mode off for this game because I thought that people might be coming in to see their friends, and if people are gonna be jerks, I'm just gonna turn follower only mode back on. Like, I thought I'd just leave the chat open. Don't be like that. Well, Super Shy trying to sneak their way onto B, but they have been completely dissolved on their way in. I know betters are here, I know, but I'm hoping that people are also here just because they want to see their friends. But we'll see. Maybe I turn follower-only mode back on. 16-8. I feel like you're from the past where CSGO was the game. I don't think that person was actually spoiling. I think they were joking. I think Jamie was joking. I think, Jamie, you were joking? Fusion stuck in the 1 versus 3. Ooh, wait, might just have this. Wait a minute. Couple of heads. And it's just going to be up to Rush to close this one back out. I'm going to be going down. Ooh, and closes out the round as well. Doesn't play around the smoke just right, so Super Shy with 2. Might just have something. At the end of this half, they got 3 more rounds to work with. And Noun's gonna have a rough bye. Well, I say rough. A UMP and an MP9 and rifles, actually not that bad. I was looking at the money and I was like, but then I saw the guns come out. Ooh, but again, you can't make your way past Junior's off. They're not smoking window, and that's going to come back to bite them. So 4 versus 5, Super Shy. They've definitely got the weapons disadvantage here. Yuli has the Deagle out for Super Shy. I love to see the UMP get some use here too. Like, the AUG and the UMP getting used is something that has me very excited. The question is, are they going to be the things to get the kills? Because we've already seen rifles get completely activated on this one. Junior's AWP with 2 on the round already. How do you know when I'm streaming? Join the Discord. Join the Discord. You can get notifications there. And I'm very, very, very talkative in the Discord about when I'm streaming. So. Oh, and the UMP is the one thing that doesn't get the kills. Peeping gonna clean up the last 2 with the AK. You don't actually get feet picks in the Discord, no. By the way, Jeff, I hope the way that I've set up the Dust 2 thing on the right side is okay. If you're still here. I think you're still here. I thought I saw you. It looks lovely? All right, cool. Super Shy getting down to the desperate buy. It's Super Shy with a desperate buy. They're running on in through fire and into Rush and Cryptic. Combine it together, you get Crush. The MP9 and the fire, and just there's too much here. Junior, he wants to farm up a few more stats for himself too. I mean, this was always going to be a Nouns farm fest. Like, no disrespect to Super Shy, but this is just a different caliber. Reducing it in size just a little bit. How many jerseys you got again? I only have one Nouns jersey, but I have a lot of actual jerseys. Okay. You were hoping that we didn't get the P90. What about the Bison for Classia? He does get killed before he can do anything, but Peeping gonna pick up a classy 4K. So Nouns gonna start this one off with a very solid CT side. Peeping more like popping off. I mean, that is his pretty default status. If Peeping is not top fragging, then either Junior is, or Nouns are having a struggle bus. Cryptic and Classia also have their play. I mean, all of the Nouns players will definitely have their days, but like, Peeping is the one that you're going to be looking for to really destroy. Bomb goes down. I did note there are a couple of Super Shy players that decided to take the silencers off. Brave choices. You know, some of us like to call taking the silencer off circumcising the USP, and I'm going to continue to call it that. Don't circumcise your USP. Or do. You know, it's all up to preference. See, now you've got the USP, the silencer on there, and it'll work better, but unfortunately with the window smoked, Nouns are just going to spray their way on in. Got the Nova out for Classia. He's going to hunt some ducks here, but no, April, too dangerous. Ooh. This one feels a little bit dangerous. Got that Nova at super close range. The Mac 10, oh, jumps around the corner and does get the kill. And April will fall as well. That Nova is cursed. I didn't see the skin, but I mean, yeah. All right, well, this is Super Shy's opportunity to try and claw this one back. I like the optimism from Yuli here. Playing extremely close up to ramp, but as that smoke starts to fade, you have to feel like you need to be in a more tradable position. She spots Peeping. It does take his head off, but the trade from Rush, you know, it's going to give a lot of information over to Super Shy, and Fusion might be the one to clutch this one up. As Rush pops out and pops April. 3 versus 3, but the Super Shy players not going to be shy about getting into positions on the A bomb site as Rush, the next one crushed. Ooh, and they're walking in and they're doing some damage here. Love to see it. Classia, now last player standing, taps the first. Oh, and the second, goes for the full spray down, and Fusion will salvage that round. And I think we'll see if Nouns are going to be hoisted by their hubris here. Just going to be a set of mostly pistols here for Nouns. Rush and Junior armed with AKs. Ooh. Is this going to be a contact B or is it going to be a full rush? Because, wow, they're close up and... No, this is going to be a contact. I don't even... The nades being dropped can be heard, but I don't know how far away it can, so... I feel like Yokorobi putting down the lurk smoke does have help here from Sin. A good kill to start things off, but instantly traded by Peeping. Fusion gonna be the big important piece here for Super Shy as they start to fall over. Those are the dualies for Classia, putting down Yokorobi, but traded immediately from this Deagle, playing from garbage. Oh no. 2 versus 3. And that bomb, that is on site, and there's nothing Super Shy are going to be able to do about this. They have to go for the defuse now. Fusion, good kill on that AWP. Ooh, USP onto Cryptic, and Yuli able to join in as well. Super Shy are not done yet. They definitely came here to play. And we will cheer for them. We get a little confetti. All right. Well, now Nouns starting to get a little bit harried. Just down to pistols to work with. I mean, we've seen them do some great stuff with them, so we'll see if they can continue to hold on with them, but with 8 rounds, there's still a long, long time left before Nouns really need to start getting too worried, and if they're continuing to keep the rounds close like that, well, they're going to still start to run Super Shy's money low. Ooh, that's a missed shot on the Deeg, but Classia reels it back in. Good kill for Fusion, but again, these pistols are working wonders, but Yokorobi will line up too to clean up this round for Super Shy. But man, you've got to hear that your opponent is about to win noise every round for 7 more rounds before you bring this one to overtime. That's going to start to wear on the mental a little bit. Classia bringing out the UMP again. Feels a little bit risky here. He definitely had Galil money. So, see if this comes back to bite Nouns having the UMP. Ooh, about to peek into April and it's Cryptic. To open things up here, taking down the connector player. Window going to be smoked off. Nouns going to take a lot of space up through mid. And it looks like they're going to try to work this over towards A. There's only the 1 player stacked over towards Ticket. With 1 into mid, it went into window as well, so this feels like the right call for Nouns as they start to execute out onto site. There's not even a lot of pieces left to rotate back in for Super Shy. They've only got Yokorobi and Yuli toes, and Yuli has already fallen. That op gonna have to come in from Ticket now. There's not enough space in jungle. 2 versus 5, but the HP bars for Nouns are looking quite low. We'll see if they can close this one out all the same. There's the UMP getting activated for Classia. A double jumping around. And it's a 13-5 in the favor of Nouns for their opponent's map pick of Mirage.